remember one time we were packing up on the last day, and this kid arrived with his dad, and he had a cleft lip. And they just came kind of rushing in the door and said, oh, you know, hope we got here in time. And we were there saying, oh, look, sorry, you know, really everything's finished now, we're packed up. And then somebody said, well, look, where have you come from? And it turned out that, you know, they traveled, I think he'd spent something like 16 hours on a donkey, and then 24 hours on a bus, and then another bus. And we just said, oh, look, this is ridiculous. So we unpacked the gear and just put up enough so we could do the operation. I first came to Ethiopia in 2005. We did the standard Operation Smile large mission. We all came in with a big team, and I think we operated on something like 180 children. While we were here, it was clear to us that you just couldn't keep doing that wasn't a long-term sustainable solution for here. We felt that what we wanted to do is to come back here on a more regular basis and help them develop something that they had actually asked for, rather than something that we thought was a good idea. When we started here, and we started looking at the problem, there wasn't an indigenous training program in plastic surgery in Ethiopia. Where now they have that has really changed, and that's changed the long-term outlook for what goes on here. By far the most important thing to do is to develop the actual people here. What we're hoping to do is to help them develop a plastic surgery unit in Jimma University Hospital.
I mean, basically... Okay. I just love to see them. How tall am I?
I checked it earlier. I think it's bad. I'm normally 6'2", and that's kind of recording me as 5'10". It's normally 6'2".
2.2 kilos. Right.
The thing that really put me onto plastic surgery was this guy, David Lane, actually. It's like the importance of meeting a role model early on. All his patients really seemed to matter to him. He was very kind to everybody. We all loved him as students. We loved working for him, and we loved, you know, going to his teaching sessions and things like that. One day, we were looking at some really difficult, complex wound, and we were saying, well, you know, what could we do to fix this? And he said, oh, you'd need a plastic surgeon to help you with that. And I thought, God, you know, I want to be one of those, you know. So I decided I was going to do surgery.
I can't hear. Everybody quiet. Everybody quiet. We can hear. Oh, very good. So she's right incomplete, cleft lip, band, alveolus, palate intact. Around the bus station.
One of the reasons that Operation Smile has been so effective worldwide is because it has a very visual, immediate thing that people can connect with. The more you do, the happier people are. It's a question of engaging and how you engage most constructively.
And this advancement flap, which is effectively a Z-plasty or a Z-plasty if you're American, and then transferred the...
My life is challenging this time. I'm a trainee now. I'm a resident, so I'm residing almost all of my time in hospital. And it is very good in the sense of having a good training. but still there are also some limitations in having some other extra life. But that is acceptable in terms of the benefit I would get.
Have you got any books on cleft surgery?
The book you gave Dr. Yonas last time.
Great, he left it for you. Oh, I'm very pleased.
Which book was that?
I brought another copy. Tony Watson's book on cleft.
Oh, all right.
And also McGregor. Did he give you
That's
this?
the blue and white one.
Well, okay. Did he give you this one as well? Okay. You can borrow this.
One with hard cover.
The whole idea is that we, as kind of fairly specialised plastic surgeons, that we would come here for a short limited period of time to try and transfer useful skills in the day-to-day practice of somebody like Yonas, who is working here as a very versatile general surgeon.
I haven't go back to my hometown for the last 9 years. It would be better if you live with your close families around. That would be better, but this is a tradition in Ethiopia. You don't choose the university you join in the undergraduate program. In my local area, it is also a privilege to have somebody's kid joining university because everybody could not do that. For example, in my locality, I was the only to join university the first time by that year. So it would be a grace for my family.
So she has a more complete incomplete cleft lip and a cleft through her
ትምህርት እንኳን ትምህርት መንደር አሁን ምሳሌ ይሄ መንደሩ ይግድራል መንደር ሰርግታለ የሌላው ሰው ሁላ ስለሚሰበሰቡ ሁሉ እዛ አትሄድም ተቤት ወጣ እናቷ ጋር ቁጭ ነው እንጂ ተቤት ወጣ አትሄድም ያው የሚከፈለውን ከፍዬ ወንዶቹን ይዤ በልቼ እኔ መግባት ብቻ ነው እና ያው እየሳቁባት ምን ይሆንሻል አንቺ እንግዲህ እድል ተገጠመሽ ያው እድል ገጠመሽ እድል ታልገጠመሽ አላህ ነውና ይሄን የሰራው ምን ይደረጋል ዝም ብለሽ ተቀምጠሽ አልቀሽ ብዬ ወጣ አታውቅም
And I picked up this dead fly and I held it up like that, and it looked like I'd done a kind of, Karate Kid moment.
You look through those.
Yeah.
You can do the same.
My nurses.
Okay.
Okay, if everyone be quiet, please. This is the team brief which we did yesterday. I said yesterday to people who weren't here before. Part of the team brief, and I know there's different people here, is that we actually introduce each other so everyone knows why they're here and what we're going to do on the operating list so we can plan ahead and really know this.
ደስታ ነው በጣም ደስታ ነው የሚሰማኝ በጣም ምስጋና ነው የሚሰማኝ ለዚሁ ያው ምንም ጦለት እያረኩ ስለኖርኩኝ አሁን ይሄ ተተሰራልኝ ያው ደስታ ነው ወሰጂኝ አለለ እናቴ ሞተይ አባቴም እምቢ አለኝ እንደዚህ ሆኜ አረ በጣም ትንሽ ሆና ነው
Are you going to bring it? Yeah, we'll go on that. You'll feel those. Okay, I'll pinch that for you. So that's there. Now, what about this side? We've got, there's our little vertical piece, and there's our triangle. So we need to make a little back cut across here to receive the triangle. And that probably needs to be about there, about the same distance down that it starts on the other side. About there, yeah.
So what I like most about plastic surgery, you require some artistic nature of it. You have to try to design things, and it has some mind work, I think. At home, back home, had you been a medical student, you would be inspired by somebody doing a great job in plastic surgery. But here, I have not been working with plastic surgery in this university.
It will be tough for the first surgeon who is appointed here. You never walk into something which is completely set up for you. You have to grow it, you have to develop it. The old hospital is completely inadequate for a modern hospital, so they've undertaken this massive project. Their long-term goal is to have lots of different surgical specialties. They're coming from such a low base, but their ambition is huge.
If you see the Western hospital as big as this would probably be covering health coverage for only 200,000 people or something like that.
Yeah.
This hospital is the only referral hospital for the southeast
15 million.
Parts of Ethiopia.
For
So the
50.
next step to go would be to go to the capital Addis. So this serves up to 15 to 20 million people living around here.
ልጅቱን ብቻ ነው ያሰብኩት። ጌታ ረድቶኝ ነው እንጂ ለልጅቱ ነው አንጀታችን የተቆረጠው፣ ለልጅቱ ነው። እሷስ ያው አበባዋንም አይታለች። ያው ትልቁና እንግዲህ ወልድ ያለች ያው ምንም እንትን አትልም። ያው ባል ነው ይዛለች ቤት። እሷ ያው ገና ሙጫይቱ ህፃኒቱ ገና ብዙ የሚታሰብላት በትምህርት በሁሉም ነገር የሚታሰብላት ባጭር ቀረች። ዝም ብላ ይኸው ሰርግ አትሄድ ምናምን ጓደኞቿ አትደበለቅ። ያ ስለቀረ ለእሷ ነው አንጀት የተቆረጠው።
The most important benefit of this campaign is for the kids. We don't do this as part of ordinary healthcare service in this university. And the other important point is we residents are getting some training. And besides repairing cleft lip and palate, the surgeons are also looking after some other patients in the ward which may require plastic surgery consultation.
So he's got a repaired lip and palate, and it's all been done in one go. And he's got an anterior fistula. He's got an alveolar fistula.
If you're looking for somebody to train in a new specialty and something they've never done before, the surgeons here are ideal material because they start so versatile. They're so quick at picking up new things because that's what they spend their lives do, picking something up very quickly and moving on. A surgeon here will be expected to deal with orthopedics, with neurosurgery, with urology, with plastic surgery, with anything that comes in because there's only one kind of surgeon here, and that's a general surgeon. Whereas what our surgeons do is they spend their time increasingly focusing on a narrower and narrower area and getting better and better at it. Although you can train them in plastic surgery techniques, it is not the same qualitatively as having a surgeon who has decided that he is a plastic surgeon, because he will look on these things differently. He will look on this as a priority project for him, and he'll make things happen. Certainly somebody of the quality of Yonas and other people that we've worked with here, you appoint someone like that, they will focus on that, they will make it their life's work to make it happen. And that is something that's really worth supporting.
Oh, I always say, plastic surgery is not about smiling. It's not only about smiling. The most important problem we have concerning plastic surgery is the reconstructive surgery. Yesterday, we did a very excellent reconstructive surgery. We needed a flap, and we did a pedicle vascular flap from that Smith dorsey, and it went very well, and I've never seen that before, except in the movies.
If you look at it from the point of view of somebody working or living in Europe, you know, you look at plastic surgery, and most people think of plastic surgery as a rather kind of trivial cosmetic surgery and so forth. But in fact, reconstructive plastic surgery is exactly the kind of surgery that they need here, because you're dealing with a vast rural population. People take a long time to get here. The people who turn up here are often healthy enough, physiologically healthy enough to have survived and made it to hospital. And if you can fix the problem that they have, you can return them back functioning into society. Oh, it looks very good. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. And this one, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. She's fine. We're making the children cry. It's fine, it's okay. How are you? Are you okay? It's very good. We'll tell, is she happy? Does she like her new lips? Well, I suppose a lot of it is actually just the difference between living in Africa and living in, you know, an industrialized Western country. We've no concept of what it is, you know, not to be able to get basic sutures, or not to be able to, you know, well, not to be able to get pain relieving medicines, or not to be able to get a particular antibiotic, or to run out of anesthetic stuff, or to run out of oxygen in the hospital for running your, you know, or run out of electricity in the middle of an operation. Once you actually engage in a place like this and you get to see people and you get to see the problems they're struggling with, you get into a much less superficial kind of thing. People here really have problems that need to be fixed. They really want to fix them. They really want to do the right thing. and they want your help to do it.
Let's say somebody is a very good trained plastic surgeon and he established his own unit. Then it doesn't mean you will have a best plastic surgical service. Nobody in the OR here is trained as a scrub nurse. It's not all about operating also. It's all about preparing patients. It's all about post-operative follow-up. You cannot do anything alone.
We all love the idea of building a unit here, but we need a surgeon to build it around. And once he's got one, he'll get another, and he'll get another.
We have the way. We have already seen the way how to do it, and we have already started to do it. So what we need is further training, further practice in repairing those things.